Good morning, Long Island. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, America. It is, we're finally back. It is another beautiful Monday, January 10th, 2022, day 664, 15 days to slow the spread. I believe you may have something to say. No.
Good morning, my neighbors.
You had to do it. I had to do it before.
We've got camera 3 back. I'm very excited.
Camera 3 is the double shot.
Now that we haven't broken the
tripod.
The tripod, that was fun.
Or as many would call it, a tripod.
A tripod.
No, that's nobody calls it a tripod.
What
was your way you were going to open it up?
No, it was a big weekend. I missed you guys. I haven't seen everybody in a while. I've been stuck on the damn work truck. It was a busy day yesterday. Bob Saget died, America's dad. Whatever you think about him, whatever. I watched Full House. Everyone loved it.
Good show.
Obviously, we had the fire in the Bronx, so thoughts and prayers go out to everybody there. There are 19 dead. I think 9 of them were kids, which is
unfortunate. Tragedy.
Which is absolutely unbelievable. And apparently, Australia wants to give the rest of the tennis players a shot, so they have banned Novak Djokovic.
That's it.
Not that tennis matters, because it doesn't.
But hey, yes, it does. Tennis is great.
No, it's not. It's just big ping pong.
Well, actually, according to George Carlin, tennis is ping pong played while standing on the table.
No, ping pong is tennis on the table.
No, but George Carlin says he reversed it. These are his rules. He makes them up. Tennis is ping pong played while standing on the table. He even says that any racket games or net games like that are variants of ping pong played. He says even volleyball is racketless team ping pong played with a raised net and an inflated ball while standing on the table.
And if Carlin says it, it's true.
It's definitely true. His rules, he makes it up. George Carlin.
But, it's good to see everybody.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yeah, so it's good to see everybody out there. Busy.
Make sure you guys hit that follow button on Facebook, because I know some of you are watching and you're not following. Help us get our numbers up. If we hit 20,000, Facebook gives us an award.
Yes, we would get an award?
Yeah, well, we get something.
We get something shiny and nice?
Yeah, we get something shiny.
Or do we get banned?
Make sure you guys hit that follow button if you're not on the newsletter, loudmajorityus.com.
Good job, Vanna White.
I finally figured that one out. Loudmajorityus.com. Like and subscribe on Facebook. Follow us on the Instagram at Loud Majority. At Loud Majority. Check us out on the new one, on The Getter. I run that one, so there's no telling what could be said on that one.
And you're allowed to say anything you want.
And you're allowed to say anything you want. And if I do get a strike, I'm going to call Gavin Wax and yell at him.
You can always do that.
I'm going to call Gavin and yell at him. That's
The
Loud Majority on Getter. Check that one out. When Truth Social comes, we'll be jumping in on that one.
Truth Social is going to be so great, and that's coming next month. So I want everybody to be prepared, because
Sean has been adopted by the Trump family.
I have been adopted by the Trump family.
Sean's been adopted by the Trump family.
If you guys saw on Fox and Friends yesterday, that was pretty cool. I didn't expect that, but I woke up to a bunch of text messages yesterday. Oh, my goodness, Fox and Friends. Oh, my God, you were just on Fox and Friends. I was like, no, I was just sleeping. And no, they were like, your Arby's video was just on Fox and Friends. That's great. Laura Trump played it a bunch of times, so thank you to Laura. I guess we can call her. Or they would like, you're like an honorary Trump now. So anyway, Laura, thank you for playing that. And I think I might send something to Eric.
Good morning from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, Columbus, Ohio. How you doing?
It is the crack of dawn out by you. It's 6 a.m. So hello to you.
Yep.
Hello, Andy Whitman.
The receiver of taxes and the distributor of pizza. Beautiful, beautiful Andy Whitman in the chat. So we have.
Jackie, I'm going to send you that email back. I know I've been holding off.
We're in school board territory now. We're getting into school board season. It's January. We're starting to meet with candidates this week. We're going to be meeting with multiple districts, a couple of districts I know that we're sitting with this week. I know that there's something interesting going on in Smithtown that I'm going to comment on. Apparently, the president of the school board has decided it's a good idea to text the other members of the board and threaten them to vote a certain way. That information came out in Smithtown a month ago. So apparently he's still doing that, and now won't answer questions about it because there's an investigation. But the Department of the Board of Regents is running that investigation.
Also, in Comac, since we got rid of that ridiculous comic book, Persepolis,
yes, the porn book,
the book that glorifies revolution in Iran, because that was a good thing. Brought them back, I don't know, couple 100,000 years. But apparently the teacher that wanted to teach that book is now suing the school district for $80 million. $80 million. He's suing the school district for a shortstop. And I don't know how they got to that number. So, Dr. Charles Schultz, if you're watching, you're probably going to lose that one.
That would be an interesting case.
Awful, awful person.
We know that there's definitely...
The coffee is good today.
The coffee's great today. That there's definitely a lot to do and to work towards for school board season. We know the importance of it. We know how big a role education played in the Virginia race. We know how big a role... the issues surrounding the schools and surrounding parental choice and the vaccine mandates. I know Albany it was 5,000 people outside the Capitol building the other day, so that was nice. Up in upstate New York, that looks like that went well.
I have just thawed out from that, from Albany.
Kevin has finally thawed.
I'm finally thawed out. That was freezing. Thank you for everybody who came up there. It was an awesome day, awesome speakers. I want to thank Jody Giglio. She came out and spoke. I want to thank Senator Mario Matera and Alexis White. They came out and marched with us. They were Long Island was well represented. Joe DeStefano came out, said hello to all the protesters. So I want to thank all of our local officials that came out and supported us. Yeah,
it's good. It's a good thing. It was nice. Looks like it went off well. There were no issues, so that's good. It's always good when something like that happens. You know, it's funny watching what happened on social media over the weekend. Just the videos and all that stuff. But this bare shelves thing is happening again. I guess Jack Posobiec started it up again yesterday. So everything got hit on yesterday. But there was apparently there's a miscommunication or some misinformation out there. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't some video in a supermarket in October. By the way, in Riverhead, in Long Island, okay, when I did the bare shelves. That's not what got the whole bare shelves thing started. It was a bot, apparently. We're talking about automated third-party applications. I said, wait a minute.
I always knew you weren't real.
I'm not real.
I always knew you weren't. There's no way a person could actually be like you.
No. So I'm a bot. You're
a bot.
Yes.
You're a bot.
I run on software. So I got the October update, and I apparently was programmed. I'm a bot. I went into the ShopRite out in Riverhead, did the bare shelves video, and then apparently, so she's saying it was coordinated, and this is what's happening, and there's no bare shelves. Apparently, there's actually, we're making this whole thing up, and there's no bare shelves. This woman has a PhD on Twitter, and she's a fantastic, wonderful person. Okay, actually, quite frankly, she looks hideous. What do you think about it? But
most PhDs are ugly.
But I mean, like, how much did you have to pay for that? And she explained to me how hashtags work, and I was like, I know how they work. Like
Rose gets it.
Rose gets it. So she put the orange emojis up there. So this bare shelves thing, though, but it's actually a real issue, and I want to obviously bring awareness to this. So it's not just going into Walmart and not seeing what you want to get in the sports aisle or the food aisle or anything. There's a supply chain issue happening everywhere, and when you talk about safety and public health, and it's a pandemic, and we've got to do all these things to stop the spread. And now you have Rochelle Walensky. She was on, I don't remember what channel it was. I found the tweet on Twitter. But Rochelle Walensky, she decided to say that the vaccines do not stop transmission. I thought you get banned for saying those things.
Wait,
so
they don't stop. Oh, wait a minute. Thank you, Rochelle.
I didn't know. I couldn't tell based on what happened at Cornell University.
There was nothing better than Whoopi Goldberg, who is Jabba the Hutt come to life. I don't really care. Yeah, I know you were great in Ghost. I'm a big fan. Color Purple, great movie. I like Rat Race better, but whatever. Hi, Whoopi. I don't know what the hell kind of name that is. But, yeah, she was amazed. She said she did everything she was told to do. She got vaxxed. She got boosted.
I can't believe this happened.
She wore her mask.
I can't believe this happened.
She can't believe that she... Well, welcome to 6 months ago.
Oh, my God. Oh. Like, how did it... I can't believe I got sick. I can't believe I got vaccinated. I wore a mask all over the place. I rocked a deuce every now and then. Oh, my gosh. I stayed 6 feet apart. I didn't go on airplanes. I didn't go inside. And you still got sick, Whoopi. What happened?
You got sick because you hang out with Joy Behar, and she is a virus. I'm so... The fact that woman used to teach students... My high school
Yeah.
Lindenhurst.
Yeah.
Should be embarrassed.
So
Should be embarrassed that this woman had the privilege of teaching the Great Gatsby to 11th graders.
So it's a supply chain problem that we're dealing with too, and it's not just because we're running out of different arts and crafts products or whatever. Your shelves are bare, toilet paper, everything like that. His article in the Epic Times is going to be in the show notes. LoudMajorityUS.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page. Sign up for the newsletter. You get the show notes every time we do a stream. Every single time we put this information out, when I upload the stream later, when I upload the podcast, is that we will not comply. We will have these show notes attached to the description of the podcast, and it'll be in the email that we send out every day we stream. So if you're on the newsletter, you get this email every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Check your spam and your promotional email inboxes if you're using Google. Google hates us. It's really, they don't like us at all.
Because we use GoDaddy as a hosting platform.
Right.
Because it's just easier than all the other ones.
Right.
It comes in the same place as your Staples coupons for some reason.
And so check your spam, check your promotional for all that information. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then if you're listening to this later and you're on the newsletter or you're not on it yet,
we've
get into it.
received 100 messages.
That's right. Yes, we've cranked in the chat this morning.
Crank it.
So the supply chain issue is not just affecting your toys or whatnot in Walmart. It's affecting treating people with COVID. What does that mean? So there's monoclonal antibodies, which have proven to be very effective in treating people with COVID who are experiencing symptoms, who are hospitalized, helping them feel better within a couple of days. Well, the Biden administration apparently is rationing this very helpful therapeutic. They're cutting Florida's weekly monoclonal shipment in half. Now, Ron DeSantis is going out and acquiring this on his own because that's what he's going to do. He's not going to let his people die. His name isn't Andrew Cuomo. But this is what's happening. So they're not just only we don't have a supply chain. It's not working. There's not enough people working. There's not enough people in the workforce to push these things along.
Wait.
But now we're manipulating the supply chain itself.
You mean when you pay people not to work, they stay home?
Generally, that's the case. Yeah. I would say that's something that, we kind of said was going to happen, but we were labeled a conspiracy theorist. So when you pay people, and that's the other thing it does too. They don't understand when you pay people more money to stay home than it takes than they're earning at work. What you've essentially done is you've raised the minimum wage without raising the minimum wage. Yeah. You're forcing employers to pay people more to come to work without actually legislating that the $15 an hour minimum wage. Remember me? Hello? Remember me in Vermont? $15. I was sitting there on the inauguration like this with the mittens last year.
Yo,
I was a meme.
The fact that turned into a meme, and the fact that he's sitting like this.
He's, hello, it's cold. I'm used to this. I'm not in Vermont much. I have 4 houses. One of them is in South Carolina.
I decided not to take my blood thinners today so I would be warm.
Oh, man. Crusty, crazy Bernie.
Crazy Bernie.
Man.
I have a connection to Bernie Sanders.
Yes, you were educated by his cousin.
Yes, his cousin was one of my college professors. And I'm going to be honest, he was hilarious.
And this is true, too.
He was hilarious. I mean, I don't know. I guess the apple fell far from the tree because Bernie ain't funny at all.
Melinda's talking about this, too, in the chat. She was one of the people who woke me up. Well, not woke me up, but showed me yesterday that I was on Fox and Friends. You wake me up. I rolled over and saw that. She texted me, oh, my gosh. But they are distributing the monoclonal antibody treatments in hospitals by race. And they say that white people get it last. So
I'm going to be honest with you. That's
fantastic.
There is an elected member in a town on Long Island, I will not say who, that I spoke to, who was told, even though he's got extensive pre-existing conditions, that he didn't qualify for the monoclonal antibodies.
That's incredible.
And straight up asked the nurse, does my race or income have something to do with it? And the nurse just stared at him.
Wow.
Yeah. That is a real thing that happened to an elected official on Long Island.
So it's actually happening.
It's actually happening.
It's not,
we know.
It's just, it's kind of scary because, you're supposed to take that Hippocratic oath, right? You're not supposed to deny anybody treatment, and now we're denying people treatment, and we're told that this thing is
do no harm, unless, of course,
they're white.
You're an abortion doctor.
Right. Yeah, well, then do harm. Do much harm.
Then do harm first.
Then only do harm.
Only do harm.
Yeah, so very bad situation right now with the monoclonal antibodies, with the with the availability of products in the supply chain. It's been a disaster. And how can you, look at this fat slob on the TV, Chris Christie, and another useless one, Trey Gowdy. Both of them useless on the TV right there.
They got to shoot Chris Christie in IMAX.
Chris Christie, yeah, he's worse. Chris Christie looks worse than Brian Stelter these days. But here, so
why his book, topped the Amazon charts. It was at like 23,487 or something. All the national press tour. It turns out nobody gives a crap. Nobody wants to hear about how you blocked up the bridge and, stopped Hurricane Sandy money from going to North Jersey because people were pissing you off. And I'm allowed to say this because I'm a member of that community.
Yes.
You fat ass.
Yeah. Well, Mark Levin always goes, he says he's one of the founders of Fatties United or something like that. It was pretty funny. He goes, I'm allowed to say that because I'm one of them. It's like, Mark Levin is insane. I love him. He's a smart guy. So your monoclonal antibodies, if you're in the state of Florida, the federal government is trying to block them from reaching Florida. Ron DeSantis is going to take good care of you, though, because he basically, he refers to the Biden administration as the Brandon administration. So he's going to do everything he can, it sounds like, to ease that pain. But, still scary to have to think about.
Speaking of Ron DeSantis in Florida, turns out Fang Fang's boyfriend was spotted in Florida again.
Oh, Eric Swalwell, yes.
Swalwell, the guy who's on the intelligence community who's literally sleeping with a Chinese spy.
Yes, Fang Fang.
Fang Fang.
Fang Fang is the name of the and then people go, what's the big deal? I'm like, what do you mean, what's the big deal? You were the one who thought.
Literally,
most of these leftists.
Eric Swalwell is Austin Powers.
Yes.
The spy who shagged him.
Yeah, and sleeping with a Chinese spy. So when we ask, we go, do you have a problem with this? And they go, why would we have a problem with this?
Get Osmo's best holiday deal ever. For a limited time,
well,
get 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month.
I don't know why that's happening. I'm getting a lot of audio on my ear here. I think this ad is playing. I don't think it came through on the stream, though, because I shut that down just now. It might have come through a little bit. But anyway, yes, AOC also has COVID. But
luckily, she's 30 and not fat, so she'll be okay. Her ginger boyfriend may be in trouble.
We were saying this about Swalwell, too, like, the whole Fang Fang thing. Slept with a Chinese spy, right? So let's put this in. We know what happened. Eric Swalwell slept with a woman from China. Okay, her name was Fang Fang. She's a Chinese spy. Dianne Feinstein had a Chinese spy as her driver for a long period of time. We call that out, say, don't you have a problem with this? Because if you remember the left, back in the 2016, 2017 area, 2018 area, relying on the dossier. Remember the dossier, Perkins Coy, Mark Elias, all this Christopher Steele, all that information. And they wanted you to believe that Russian prostitutes were either urinated on or did the urinating on Donald Trump. And none of that information was real. Well, Michael Cohen was in Prague. It was the wrong Michael Cohen. Different guy named Michael Cohen, not the one that was Trump's lawyer for that period of time. Okay? He was never in Prague. Papadopoulos never took orders from Russians and started sliding money around. So, Carter Page was not a Russian spy. Carter Page was working for the FBI and the CIA for a period of time. But the left wanted you to believe that Donald Trump was doing all of these things with Russian prostitutes. Never happened. Eric Swalwell out there, one of the biggest lefties in the world, is sleeping with a Chinese spy, Fang Fang, Dianne Feinstein, senile Dianne Feinstein.
They are hiding her.
They're running around. She's running around. She's like not there. Like she clearly has issues. She's been serving in the Senate since the Civil War. I mean, come on.
She actually was the original 49er.
Yeah.
The 1849er.
Now someone told me I have to go stock the shelves in the store like it's my fault that the shelves are bare. No, it's not my fault. It's this damn president's fault. No supply chain. So why is it that we can criticize Trump for something that never happened in the dossier that's all fake information, and we find out that a guy like Eric Swalwell's been sleeping with a Chinese
spy?
That guy
on Twitter is really not nice.
Yeah, no, there are people on Twitter that are mean.
You got called a commie.
I got called a communist, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
You got called a communist.
It's pretty funny. So we have hypocrisy all over the place, and it's a disaster. Supreme Court, though.
Is this a parody? Twitter is...
Oh, that's that William Wallace guy. He's a jerk.
I learned this
Look
week.
at this picture of Biden.
Wow, that's rough. I learned this week that Twitter is a very, very mean place.
Yeah, Kevin's not.
I'm really, people on
too
Twitter,
sensitive
if
for
you're
Twitter.
watching on Twitter, like, there's no need to be that mean. Like, I know him. I know I'm a little husky. You don't got to remind me. You don't got to remind me. And don't worry, your mother didn't mind. So.
Oh, that's not nice. That isn't nice at all.
Everyone keeps calling me fat on Twitter. It's not fun. You people are very mean.
It's all I know is I was sitting across the room the other night and he had like a freaking meltdown. Like, dude, Twitter's so mean, and I'm like, so get off. Well, I gotta let these people know. I gotta let them know. It was like
your Twitter's so mean.
It was so bad. I was like,
It's
you made
so
for Twitter
mean.
because when you have the account. So by the way, let's help us out. Everybody on Twitter, go follow the LI Loud Majority account, please, because we got to get this account out of like that 4,000 follower doldrum area.
Yeah,
that's where all the mean people are.
All the mean people.
So we got to get this thing up to like 9 or 10. So get over to LI Loud Majority. Follow us on Twitter at LI Loud Majority, and don't be mean to Kevin, please, because I don't want to hear about it.
Now I got our friends calling me Husky.
There you go. Well, Husky's great, but listen, I mean,
Love you too, Miss Conrad.
Don't be mean to Kevin on Twitter because I don't want to hear the moaning. Twitter's such a mean place.
It's so mean.
It's so then don't run it. Have fun on Getter in your little echo chamber.
I am a jolly little man. Okay.
I think that's debatable. You don't look so jolly right now. What's the issue?
I'm just thinking about all the mean people.
So Twitter, you hurt Kevin's feelings. Please stop.
Yeah, you guys really hurt my feelings. I'm a very nice guy when you get to know me. I'm caring. I like to. Oh, that's a lie. I'm really an awful person. But, whatever.
You're not helping your case. Hey, go to YouTube, youtube.com/Long Island Loud Majority. Facebook, we're at Loud Majority, Long Island Loud Majority.
Hit that subscribe bell. Hit the notification bell so you never miss anything we're up to.
That's right.
Also, guys, on the 15th. At the America First Warehouse at 7 p.m., we've got we're all getting together to watch Trump's Arizona rally. So if you want to be with some like-minded people, come on down, have a couple drinks, and we will be kicking it at the America First Warehouse. That's January 15th, 7 p.m., 90 13th Avenue, Ronkonkoma. The flyer is on our page. We'll be posting it in the show notes as well at loudmajorityus.com.
Yep, go to loudmajorityus.com. Check it out. There's the website right there. You cannot post it on Facebook. You cannot send it in Facebook Messenger. I don't think you can send it in Instagram Messenger either.
You have to write Loud Majority
DOT.
US DOT
COM. Yes.
Which is exciting because, all that does is just make life more annoying.
Yeah, it's just great.
You can't embed the link, but also a big shout out to Kevin Downey Jr.
Yes. KDJ, love you.
Yes. He was up in Albany with us, works for PJ Media, wrote an awesome article about us. I don't think Kevin remembers, but I opened for him at Governor's Comedy Club like 8 years ago. But
a long time ago in a galaxy far
away. 95 pounds ago, apparently. But I want to thank Kevin Downey Jr. for coming up to Albany with us. He's an awesome guy. He's hilarious.
Funny guy.
I think he made it to the semifinals of America's Got Talent.
That's awesome.
Great comedian. He's a one-liner, and that's the hardest kind of comedy to do. So shout out to Kevin Downey Jr. Give him a follow. He's a funny man.
He's a good writer for PJ Media. PJ Media doing a great job out there getting the truth out, obviously. So that's the nitty-gritty of where you could find us, and head over to that website. Absolutely. There's Vanna White again doing Vanna's thing. The Supreme Court are listening. Now, everyone wants to know about these vaccine mandates, and I think we have some good news and some not so good news with the Supreme Court. So I heard that the Supreme Court is it looks good for us. It looks good for us anti-mandate folks on the OSHA front, but not yet the healthcare workers front. So there's an article here on Hot Air. This is clearly a newspaper named after AOC. No, but it's a good paper. So, Supreme Court sure seemed skeptical about Biden's employer vaccine mandate during today's oral arguments. Also, Rand Paul, the savage that he is, decided he was going to say that he thinks that Justice Sonia Sotomayor, is being advised by Dr. Fauci after she accidentally claimed that 100,000 children were hospitalized for COVID.
100,000 children.
100,000 kids were hospitalized for COVID.
Well, I mean, look, she's not that far off. She's only like 100,000 away.
Right, like that many off. So it's been weird, and I don't know where she's getting her numbers from.
Well, look, Joe Biden said only 150 people voted, so maybe they got their numbers mixed up.
It's possible.
The briefing.
Yeah, Joe Biden was like, "Listen, the last election, man, 150 Americans voted," and I'm like, "That's 3 people per state." That probably just. This is the guy with the nuclear codes.
Nuclear code.
You want to know why there's nothing on the shelves in the supermarket? It's because the president of the United States thinks 150 people voted in the last election, among other things.
No eggs.
No eggs.
No bread.
No bread.
No meat. No milk.
No toilet paper again.
No toilet paper.
Because apparently we didn't hoard enough the first time.
The milk and bread guy's going to have to make a new video.
Oh, Vic DiBattista.
Vic.
I got to get the bread and milk. Well, that's what happened. That was so funny because, I wanted to do that's the other thing. I wanted to do a Trump weather thing. For this last snowstorm. But folks, 3 to 6 inches, I'm not going to get excited over a small storm like that, right? So, but there are still, look at you. Relax. Look at that face. Unbelievable.
You know why men can't be weathermen?
Stop. Don't say it. Locals.
Chat. Let's see if you know why.
That's what you do. Use the chat. Use the chat.
I can't wait to see the first one to come up with the right answer.
Yeah, bread and milk. So there were people panicking over the 3 to 6 snowstorm. Oh my God, bread and milk. Where's the Trump video? I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do a video for a snowstorm that's not huge. Okay, so we're going to save that for the big ones, and hopefully there's a couple coming. The second half of January looks awfully active, so it's great. And we continue. The OSHA mandate, I think, is in big trouble. Obviously, it got struck down once, then it got upheld by another court. Now it's being heard by the Supreme Court. The conservative justices on the Supreme Court, it looks good. Even considering how weak they've been at times, it looks good for the OSHA mandate.
Well, I think because it's so absurd.
It's absolutely
I believe
absurd.
It was Stephen Breyer, who was not a friendly, said he was like, OSHA affects you on the job, but a vax affects you off the job, so clearly that doesn't work.
Right. So this article on hotair.com will be in the show notes, loudmajorityus.com. I've always thought Biden was destined to lose this case. It's asking a lot of a 6-3 Republican court to rub. Now, I don't like referring to the Supreme Court as partisan. I really think that it shouldn't be, and I don't see it as a 6-3 Republican court.
Yeah,
but
it never was until we started putting people like Sonia Sotomayor on the court.
Right.
Until we started getting Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the court.
Right.
That's why everyone's so frustrated with Roberts, because he was appointed as a right-leaning judge, not a conservative judge. He's not a Kavanaugh. He never was Kavanaugh. He never was Amy Coney Barrett. He was put on there at a time where people wanted to keep moderation on the court so that there wouldn't be vast swings one way or the other. But the fact is that's just all changed now.
Yeah, and here's a very interesting element of this vaccine stuff. So, a lot of us always say it makes no sense to follow rules that make no sense, right? It's the old Moneyball, right? If he's such a good hitter, why doesn't he hit good? Even Andrew Cuomo said it. If the rules don't make sense, nobody's going to want to follow the rules. So the vaccine mandates don't make sense because we know that there is an issue with the vaccine and stopping transmission. Does the vaccine stop transmission? Rochelle Walensky just told us it no longer does. So let's go ahead and give the benefit of the doubt. I know a lot of people are going to get mad. Why would you give the benefit of the doubt to Big Pharma? Why would you give the benefit of the doubt to government? Because here's what I think went on. You had the alpha variant. You had the original variant of COVID, right? Before Delta showed up and did all this stuff. It blocked that, or it somewhat mitigated that, because cases were going down. There was just not as much spread going on. Everything was reopening. People were inside and outside. Everything was winding up okay. Delta got in there, and that mutation allowed that virus to bypass the immunity provided by the vaccine. The problem is government and Pfizer and the left and the mainstream media doubled down on the fact that this vaccine was absolutely working and it's still going to stop Delta. And remember, if you get a breakthrough case, they told you if you get a breakthrough case, even if you have symptoms, you can't spread it. Well, from day one when they said that stuff, I said, how does that make any sense? If you're sick, right, and I go to Kevin and I cough, and he's like, excuse me, right? I could absolutely still spread it if I'm vaccinated, if I'm coughing all over the place. The virus inside of me doesn't go, well, this dude got the jab, so I'm not going to go infect the other guy next to him. So we knew that there were issues with the logic with the vaccine mandates. Now we see, and this is what it says in the article, if this case was being heard 8 months ago, it would have a chance to stand up, because during that moment, Alpha, the original variant, OG COVID, I call it, was spreading and cases were plummeting because the vaccines were limiting the transmission. Studies at the time showed that the vaccinated carried much less virus in their noses and throats than the unvaxxed. Under those circumstances, a vaccine mandate made more sense. Forcing the unvaccinated to get the jab reduced or even eliminated the risk of them infecting customers or their coworkers. But then the Delta variant came, immunity waned, and this this all went out the window. Okay, this all went out the window. And now they're relying on OSHA and government agencies to legislate. And none of this is constitutional. None of this is moral. Okay, and sometimes there are immoral laws and it's a disaster when those types of things happen. But none of this is I think we're going to see the Supreme Court tell OSHA to stick it, and I think it's going to be nice when they do.
Absolutely, it might be a 7-2 decision.
It could be if Breyer feels so.
If Breyer comes on over, and it's like I said, Joe Biden admitted it wasn't constitutional, but it takes 4 months to hear a case in the court. That's just the way things are. So he could he could make any law he wants, and then it would be in place for 4 months until the court has time to hear it. He could do the most ridiculous things imaginable, and it would still take 4 months for the court to hear it.
Exactly. Now, from the article, members of the Supreme Court's conservative majority seemed skeptical on Friday that the Biden administration has the legal power to mandate that the nation's large employers require workers to be vaccinated against the coronavirus or to undergo frequent testing. A federal workplace safety law, they indicated during a 2-hour argument, did not provide legal authority for the sweeping emergency measures. So that's the conservative majority is talking that way already about this. Chief Justice Roberts, Justice Neil Gorsuch, and the states said the states and Congress, rather than a federal agency, were better suited to address the pandemic. Justice Amy Coney Barrett said the challenged regulation appeared to reach too broadly in covering all large employers. Justice Gorsuch and Kavanaugh. So now we have hit all of them except Thomas, which we know we could rely on Alito.
He spoke.
Which he doesn't do.
He spoke from the bench.
And Thomas never speaks from the bench.
I think that's the
second time.
The second time in a decade.
In a decade. That Justice Thomas spoke on the bench.
Clarence Thomas barely spoke in his own documentary.
Right. Yeah, he's a man of very few words.
If you guys want to check that out, that's a good one. I think it's called Created Equal, Daily Wire.
And talk about one of the most legendary African-American figures in U.S. history that's never talked about. And he's a phenomenal man. An incredible man. Never talked about.
Well, I love the way they will blackball or just totally pretend that certain people don't exist. Like, if you go up to most people and you ask them who the first woman is on the Supreme Court, most people are going to tell you Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Wrong. Oh, we could do it like this. Wrong. Okay? Wrong.
Not for nothing, but I do a pretty good Trump impression. It's just not good when I'm sitting next to you.
Well, when you're sitting, it's like, yeah, I'm a pretty good golfer, but it's not good when I'm with Tiger Woods. No, I'm not kidding you.
Tiger Woods.
No, you're not Tiger Woods.
You're unbelievable.
I'm the Tiger Woods of the Trump voice. When you're sitting with Zach Wilson wouldn't look so bad if he wasn't playing against Tom Brady last week.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, it's true. Zach Wilson always looks bad. Yeah, Zach, I bounced the screen. Another screen pass, Wilson. It's funny, too. I was thinking about it. Woody Johnson is the owner of the Jets, obviously also Johnson & Johnson. His stadium is always empty. So we call him Bear Seats Woody, right? I would love to ask Woody Johnson. I would like to say, what are you more embarrassed by, Woody? The ineffectiveness of your vaccine or of your football team? I would like to wonder which of it is worse. I would be more ashamed of the Jets. Yeah. The vaccine's only been failing for a year. The Jets have been failing for 60. So it's
60 years, man.
1969 we've been rebuilding.
I thought it was tough as a Met fan.
The Jets have been rebuilding since 1969. I'll tell you why the Jets the Jets played a big role in the United States history. Let me give everybody a history lesson real quick. This is going to be pretty funny, right? So in 1969, the Jets won the Super Bowl in January. Okay, they beat the Baltimore Colts, Johnny Unitas, Joe Namath, the guarantee, And so the Jets won in 1969, January, before we were in the middle of a space race, everything. And NASA was like, do you understand what just happened? The Jets just won a Super Bowl. Okay,
we can do anything.
NASA's like, we are absolute. Neil, Neil Armstrong, I call him Neil. One small step for man, the smallest step, but a giant leap. We're talking about a huge leap. Neil, you're going on the moon. He's like, what are you, crazy? They're like, no, Neil, we're not crazy. The Jets just won a Super Bowl. We could do anything. So then what happened? The Jets inspired, I think, the Knicks to win that year. They inspired the Mets to win that year. They put us on the moon. So let me tell you something. Anybody wants to crap on the New York Jets, next time the Jets win one, if they ever do, expect big things. Mars.
They still couldn't get the Islanders to win.
No, well, that takes a lot.
Or the Rangers.
Oh, listen, that also takes a lot.
Yeah, the Knicks won. The Knicks. My high school basketball team's better than the Knicks.
Well, not this year. The Knicks are apparently good, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch basketball.
Not like anyone will notice while they're throwing Charles Oakley out of the stadium.
I can't believe they did that.
That was hilarious.
Biden is trying to use OSHA's authority to vaccinate as many people as possible because he doesn't have a prayer of getting Congress to pass a law authorizing him to do so. The bottom line is you have a lot of these politicians, a lot of these policymakers, and a lot of these companies and entities doubling down on vaccine mandates when it's being proven that the vaccine is not stopping the spread, okay? If the vaccine was stopping the spread, you would have a great case. Hey, why are you remaining unvaccinated? You're spreading it, all right? If you can prove that somebody who had COVID continues to catch it and spread it over and over and over again, but those studies don't exist, then again, you would have a much better case. Right now, we're going on, well, believe us because we said so. Well, we did that for 15 days to slow the spread and 45 days to slow the spread even further. And now we're on day 664 of 15 days to slow the spread. So I'm sorry, I think we're past the point of, well, just believe us. It's for the common good. Remember, social distance, it's for the common good. Wear your mask, it's for the common good. Get your jab, it's for the common good. Get your second shot, it's for the common good. Get your booster, it's for the common good. Stay home, it's not for the common good. We're in a disaster right now.
Unless you work for Delta, and then suddenly 10 days goes to 5 days because you don't have enough workers.
It's insane. Everyone's got Whoopi Goldberg is shocked. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Queen Vaccine. She's running around. Get vaccinated. Oh, my goodness. Has COVID. Now, look, by the way, I hope everybody survives. I'm not like them.
Oh, and by the way, I wasn't here for this little chat, but hey, Alex. We don't hate you because we want to date you.
Oh, yes.
We like our women who know how to read.
Oh, my God.
Like, just try, a book. Like one that isn't the Communist Manifesto.
How about The Little Engine That Could?
Tooth.
How about The Little Engine That Could? And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez the whole time can say, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Because in all actuality, she cannot.
It turns out you can do anything when you have $6 million of national money behind you.
Of course.
And the DSA and Occupy Democrats, Kyle Kulinski, you big pansy. I don't care. I don't. Oh, Kyle Kulinski. I would love to be on his show. That little weasel.
He's a little weasel.
He's like, oh, yeah. That's right, Dana. Big Project Veritas news tonight.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
Dropping the dime on Anthony Fauci.
8 p.m. So if you guys aren't on Rumble, go to rumble.com, Rumble, and follow Project Veritas. That's where they're going to be putting all that. Excuse me, they put all that out.
As soon as they put it on Facebook, they're getting
and Twitter, gone. Excuse me. My goodness, this is. I shouldn't be drinking carbonated things. Mad Tasty, it's great, but it causes the burp.
I thought you were going for a beer this
morning. No, that's not a beer. That's definitely not a beer. It's 6:30 in the morning.
The fridge pulls out a can, and I hear a crack, and I'm like,
it was
not for nothing.
Mad Tasty.
A little early in the morning, no.
The greatest stuff in the world. Twitter, I don't know if you guys saw yesterday what Twitter did. They besides be mean to Kevin, and besides kind of get crazy and start sharing things all over the place, but it was the 1 year anniversary of Donald Trump's ban from Twitter, and they flooded it with orange emojis, because Orange Man good. So it was very funny to see. I didn't know what was going on. I thought there was maybe something about Georgia, where oranges come from. Is it the orange? Or is that Florida?
Yeah, no, that's Georgia.
Georgia's the orange. The Sunshine State. It's Florida.
Florida's the Sunshine
Georgia's the orange state.
Yeah.
Or something. It's a blue state.
But the Orange Bowl is in Florida.
There's an orange bowl. Oh, yeah, there is an orange bowl. There's too many bowls. Jimmy Kimmel got a bowl.
Can we talk about... all right. So, you remember 30 years ago when there was the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl?
Oh, Georgia's Peaches, by the way.
Georgia's Peaches.
Yeah. See, I was telling you, Georgia Peach.
Yeah. The other day I'm watching college football, and Jimmy Kimmel has his own bowl game. How? This guy sold out quicker than the iPhone.
And he's, speaking of the iPhone, that's what these COVID test lines look like. Everybody lining up for Black Friday. The line, what's longer? A CVS receipt or a line to get a COVID test?
I think we might find that out soon.
I think we might find that out
What
soon.
do you think, Donald?
I don't know. Well, I think that a CVS receipt, quite frankly, is longer than the line to get tested for the China virus.
Yeah, I love that we can have testing lines for 6 hours.
We can't go to work.
But if you have to wait more than 10 minutes to vote, it's voter suppression.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. We could stand there and get tested and oh, it's, oh, gosh. Great color green, the loud majority ball. I don't know what that means. Great color green, the loud majority ball. Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you,
Very,
man.
very happy. The military green. Oh, the military green
Heather's
hoodies.
going to appreciate that.
Yeah, those are nice hoodies.
Guys, we've only got if you guys want those military green hoodies that we have, we only got 8 of them left.
Yep.
We're not getting any more, so pick up yours now. We got them in large and extra large. Loud majority U.S. Havana white. Here I come.
Havana.
Right there.
I want to buy a Val.
Right
Can I? I'd like to buy a Val.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be
I'd
double
like to
money.
buy. Okay, no. I would like to buy an O. Okay, I would like to buy an O.
If you guys want those, we only got 8 of them left. Grab them now before they're gone.
Is the letter Y? Is that like a trans? Because it could be a consonant and a vowel at the same time.
Are you asking if the letter Y
Is trans
Translettered.
lettered trans?
I think I saw the letter Y swimming for UPenn.
Yeah, well, and then the letter Y lost to the letter X. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, the letter Y is a vowel sometimes and a consonant sometimes. So I guess there's
did you hear that one?
It's like a trans letter.
Did everyone hear that one? Apparently, the trans swimmer for UPenn lost to a trans swimmer from another school.
Yes. So
So now we've got 2.
It's just the whole world is imploding.
The whole
Isn't
world
that great?
we are all backwards.
Wouldn't it be just be nice if there was men swimming and ladies swimming?
Won by 38 seconds.
Oh,
Won by
jeez.
3 laps.
So the person who won is definitely more trans than the person who lost. I would say, right?
I'm not sure. Are they less trans?
I don't know. I think they're more trans. I just figure better time, more trans. Absolutely.
I'm really not sure how any of this works.
I don't-
except for the fact that I don't know where Gloria Steinem is in all this. I don't know where Gloria Allred is. All these feminists, all these bra-burning feminists. By the way, is it a rule that if you're a feminist, you have to be hideous?
Yes.
That you have to be ghastly?
Yes.
Like Lena Dunham. Like you just have to be the ugliest. Like I don't know what comes with lack of good men around you. If you hang out with beta males, do you just become uglier? Is it like I don't know, is it sexually transmitted? I don't know what it is. But if you're a radical feminist, like who's the one from The Handmaid's Tale?
I don't know.
She was on The West Wing. She was in Mad Men. What the hell's her name? Chat, give me some help here. Who is the girl from The Handmaid's Tale? She was kind of hot on The West Wing, and then she became a feminist, and now she's ugly. Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss.
Now her eyes are way too far apart. She's looking like Lori Lightfoot.
Oh, it's a trap.
It's a trap. Lori Lightfoot's another one. Don't say her name 3 times, or she appears like Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Oh boy. Oh, I want to shout out Claudia Tenney. She sent me a tweet yesterday.
Congresswoman Claudia Tenney.
Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, the 22nd district of the state of New York, and she sent me a tweet yesterday. I'm gonna see if I can put this on the screen of what she sent me, because it was actually, I probably can't. It was a bare shelf. It was a bare shelf that apparently she's seen a tweet in the supermarket. She goes, "This made me think of you," so she sent me this tweet. It was a shelf with absolutely nothing on it and a sticker. I'll show you. You guys know those stickers that you see at the gas station? It says, "I did that." Joe Biden, those funny little stickers. Well, apparently now people are putting those on bare shelves in supermarkets and putting that there. So I'm going to see if I can get this on the screen, because
for everybody looking for that sweatshirt, there's only large and extra large left. So if you're looking for a medium
There
or
it is.
2X, you won't see it because it's we ran out of them. So we only have large and extra large left.
So I'm going to show you this image on the screen here. This is what it looks like.
Sean's going to cut me out.
It's going to get blocked in, but we're going to try and zoom in on this as best I can. But if you see this right here, I'm going to go like this. Let's see what we can do. Woo! I'm out of there. If you see, right here is where it says, "I did that." I don't know how I can zoom in, or if there's a way I can stretch her out. Uh-oh, I just moved me. This is a funky program. But right here, it says, "I did that." We're going to zoom. Oh, yeah. So you see what I'm talking about right there? It's circled. It says, "I did that." It's all bare shelves. Claudia Tenney sent me this. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney from New York 22. So she's great. You guys are out there. If she's your congresswoman, vote for her in 2022. She's the best. She's real.
She had the closest election in the country last year. So we're going to need your help to keep her around because
she's a fighter.
She's fun.
She's a fighter. She's fun. How about in the article in the Post? I want to put this up. We're going to put this in the show notes. So we're already proud of somebody who was elected to office, and on day one, obviously got some. And she called the other day. Remember, I think it was Wednesday. She called in. Vicky Palladino on an article in the New York Post. She was escorted out of the city council chambers because she's not vaccinated or would not turn over her medical information. So day one, Vicky said she's going to fight. She's fighting. John Levine, January 8th, 2022, unvaccinated Queens councilwoman barred from chambers. Unvaccinated Queens councilwoman Vicky Palladino was barred from City Hall chambers this week and voted remotely for new Speaker Adrienne Adams. Wednesday's vote by Zoom on her cell phone averted a standoff that could have ended with the firebrand politician.
Well, look, not fake news.
Not fake news, being ejected by the chamber's sergeant at arms. All city council members must be vaccinated against coronavirus to enter chambers, according to council rules. Palladino, 67, has refused to submit her medical information. Sources close to her say she remains unvaccinated. I will not enter chambers today to not take away from her moment, Palladino told the Post on Wednesday. She's making history today, and I look forward to working with Adrienne in the future, and I see a very bright future because we understand each other. Palladino met with Adrienne Adams just hours before the vote. We shook hands, we hugged, Palladino said, adding that the conversation was productive and that the new speaker was a lovely lady. I didn't want to do anything to rattle her that day, and as Adams became the first black woman to be elected speaker in the council's history, Palladino sat crouched in an anteroom of council Minority Leader Joe Borelli's office with her son and advisor Thomas. Upon my arrival at City Hall, I was informed by council officials that several progressive members had expressed serious concern over me being in the building. I don't think that was because of vaccination status.
Yeah, they're worried about her not being vaccinated yet.
Yeah.
Half of them are
right.
Federal indictment.
I don't think they're afraid of Vicky Palladino because of a vaccine. I think they're afraid of Vicky Palladino because she doesn't take any BS. And she's not afraid to call people out on it.
Doesn't take any crapola.
She doesn't take any crapola. It's definitely not something she likes to do. Nope. So we're proud of you, Vicky. Thanks for fighting and keep it up.
She's
obviously
in the chat somewhere.
She's probably in the chat, or she's hearing about it at some point. I've got very big information coming. Hopefully by the end of this week, maybe by Wednesday, maybe by Friday. We'll see. Education-related stuff. I've been in talks with a few people. We're going to get together. We're going to figure out a plan on how we're going to get some of this information out. Really important information for board candidates who are getting ready to run in the 2022 school board cycle. We plan on doing a lot of sweeping. We plan on doing a lot of winning.
Big stuff. Big stuff. Barry, Kevin should run for office. It's almost like he knows something.
It's almost like he knows something.
It's almost like Barry knows something.
It's so funny.
Spend enough time in the chat and you'll pick up some information. But speaking of that, everybody, the end of February
CPAC, yes.
The end of February, guys, we're going to be heading down to CPAC. If you guys haven't been to CPAC, or if you have, come down. It's Orlando, the end of February. It's the last weekend in February. We'd love to see everybody down there. It is one of the best times ever. For people who are engaged in politics and involved in the culture. It's a lot of fun. You're going to run into people that you're fans of in the elevator, around the convention center, hear some great speakers, go to panels. You get one-on-one time with candidates and politicians, cultural figures like guys like Jack Posobiec. They're all down there. And
yep.
Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene. They'll all be at CPAC. Fox usually does a live stream from there. Some of the biggest radio hosts like Jason Rantz from Seattle. If you guys watch Tucker, you've seen him.
Yep.
He'll be live streaming down there. You may know some of the live streamers.
Yeah, it's very possible that we're going to have a nice little setup down at CPAC this year.
So we want to see everybody come down to CPAC. And look, it's the end of February.
Yeah.
Get out of New York. It's way too damn cold.
New York. All right. Whoa. It's not too cold. By the way, Tuesday, I want to say tomorrow, the high is supposed to be a whopping 16 degrees. Welcome to winter. I know I'm going to make a lot of enemies, but I'm very excited. 16 degrees is the high tomorrow. Sorry, continue. CPAC.
Yeah, it's 16 degrees. That's why he's running off to Florida.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going to Florida on Friday.
Like
I'm not going to
AOC.
Florida tomorrow. No, not like AOC.
AOC, like Eric Swalwell.
Not like Eric Swalwell either. I'm not going there because it's warm. That's certainly not why I'm going to Florida. I don't like the warmth.
Guys, like I said, the end of February, come on down to CPAC. I think the tickets are like $250 for the entire weekend. It's a 3-4 day convention. It's a lot of fun. We'll be down there. Oh, hell, I'll never miss a CPAC ever again.
Never again.
And you guys will get the opportunity to meet some of the people that you watch on the internet, watch on television. You know, you can run into your favorite TV hosts. Everyone's usually down there. It's a really good time. We'd like to make a presence down there. We'd like to see all of our loud majority people down there make it a scene.
Yeah, I would say, you know, maybe we want to think about this.
I think the big guy,
he's going to be there. I'm pretty sure he's going to be there. But listen, right? So think about this. It'd be very interesting. You know, I know a lot of people have already expressed to me privately through text they want to go to CPAC. I know a lot of people who bought their tickets, and
it's in Orlando, Casey.
They're not just folks from Long Island, but they're also, I've talked to people from Connecticut that want to come to CPAC. There's people from upstate New York that want to come to CPAC. There's a lot of people on Long Island that want to come to CPAC. I would love to see as many people from New York, as many people from our circle, as many people from our organization go to CPAC if they can. If you can get to CPAC and you've got your tickets and whatnot, just go and you'll have a great time and gear up. You know what I mean? Let's take the play. Honestly, if you really want to go and everything, like let's try and do a takeover then, like a nice one, right? Nothing crazy, not going to riot or anything like that, but let's represent in large numbers, right? Let a lot of people go from a lot of groups. Everybody come down here with your loud majority stuff. People are going to want to know what the hell is going on.
People know about us all over the country, all nationally. Now it's time to make a presence down in Florida. Look, it's a nice weekend.
It's a fun time.
It's a fun time. There's the convention center that they're holding it at is beautiful. It's right next to Universal Studios, so there's plenty of places to stay. I suggest staying at the hotel because that way, you know, you'll run into, you know, Louis Gohmert having breakfast.
Right. It's February 24th to the 27th, so it's the end of the month. So it's February 24th to the 27th, and I don't know any information about what rooms are available or anything like that.
We don't have any. You guys got to go on CPAC.
I'm not Matt Schlapp. I'm just telling you, if you can go. Right? And I don't want to say this to be nasty, but I don't have answers to how the thing runs because I don't run it. I just know that we're going, right? We're going to CPAC. Okay, the dates are the 24th to the 27th. And buy a ticket, and we'll coordinate it when we get there because I don't know the specifics on what's running when and who's going to this place and how many rooms are. I don't know that because I'm not running it. I don't know it.
Once we're down there, we will start a collective sort of, I don't know, maybe some kind of Facebook group.
Yeah, we could do an NY for CPAC Facebook group or something and just do it.
And we'll coordinate with everything we're doing. We'll have a pool day.
Yeah, we could do a day at the pool. Everybody comes down.
That's good. We'll rent a cabana or something, and we'll throw our own little party. And you guys will.
There she is. So Rachel's Red Pill. She's from Connecticut. That's Rachel. I was telling you about her yesterday. She's very involved in school boards.
So we're gonna
been involved there for a while.
I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. It's an election year, so everyone will be there nationally who wants to make a national name. I know a couple guys from New York.
Yep.
A few candidates will be there.
Yep.
You know, it's a really, like I said, you guys walk right up to Radio Row and you'll see people getting interviewed. It's not complicated. You get your little selfie with James O'Keefe or whatever you want. Whoever's there.
Yep.
It's one of those things that once you go once, you'll never not go again.
Yeah, it's like dying and going to heaven. You know, I don't want to go to heaven. I want to go to CPAC. So, you know, it's an exciting time. So I would advise you if you want to go, just go ahead, start looking into it now. It's at the end of next month, February 24th. Again, I don't have specifics on what's available where or what's happening at what time. It's like not what I'm going there to, you know, I'm not running it, so I have no idea. But I would absolutely love to see as many people from Long Island or folks that know us to come down and hang out and let's represent this go around. We're in a very important year. You know, we should be proud of the fact that we're working hard to elect the first Republican governor in the history of New York in the last 20 years. But really further than that because it's a disaster what the Biden regime is putting this country through, and we would love to, and what Kathy Hochul is putting this state through, and we would love to represent and show everybody that, hey, just because New York's a blue state doesn't mean we're giving up, and we're definitely not giving up. I'm not giving up. I know Kevin's not giving up. Heather's not giving up. None of us are giving up. You know, we've been up a while. We're going to be meeting with various school districts and candidates all week to try and get that ball rolling. And remember, we go January, school boards. February, we're starting to roll into it. CPAC, right? March, we're starting to get into primary season at school boards. They're going to be running parallel to each other. You're going to have school board candidates. You're going to have congressional candidates now starting to knock doors. We're going to need a lot of boots on the ground. We're going to need a lot of people to drop the idea that it's scary, right? We're going to need a lot of people to really get comfortable with being a little uncomfortable this time around. I know that there's this whole thing about New York City and illegals voting that's going to be challenged. One thing I want to make very clear, and this is something I want to make very, very clear, okay? Us, just not necessarily the people watching now, but conservatives in general are becoming way too knee-jerky, okay? This thing that went on over the weekend where there were going to be people showing up outside of Steve Ballone's house was ridiculous, okay? And that did not come from Save Our Schools, and I want to clear that up for anybody who thinks that did come from Save Our Schools. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just telling you who not to throw under the bus. It was not SOS that put that out. Their platform was basically used to distribute it. There are young children in Steve Ballone's home. We don't do that.
I don't do that.
Yes, we went to Cuomo's house. Cuomo doesn't have kids, like, young kids in the house.
He has adult children that are out of the house.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton. Oh, you guys went to Hillary's house. Well, she doesn't have young children in the house. There's no. You want to go rally about Steve Ballone?
Not to mention, we didn't even get remotely close to Hillary's house.
Exactly. The Secret Service. Don't go to Steve Ballone's house in West Babylon. Look, folks, why are we doing that? Because Bruce Blakeman wrote a beautiful statement. Now we have to go harass the county executive. Use your heads. Stop being so reactive,
Look, we don't
please.
like it when people go to McConnell's house or Josh Hawley's house or
Right.
Tucker's house. Don't set that precedent, because once you cross that line, but look, you want to go to the governor's mansion? You want to go bother, Eric Adams at
Gracie?
at Gracie Mansion? That's public space. No problem with that. But once we cross that line between the public and the private, there's no going back from that. I don't want them coming to my house. You don't want them coming to your house. And look, I get it. People are frustrated. People are looking for an outlet. They're looking to go. They're looking to push the envelope. But look, he's got kids, man. He's got young kids. Under no circumstances would I ever do that, ever.
Absolutely not.
I would never endorse that. Look, I'm not telling anybody what to do, not to do. But I'm just telling you, we will never go to a home where there are young children. It's just not going to happen.
No.
And look,
we would also never go to a home of a private. So I know Ballone's elected, but there was talk a couple months ago.
I'll never go to a private citizen's
visiting
house.
Other people's houses that are just private citizens that run companies. That's harassment, folks. You don't do that. You don't want them coming to your house. I wouldn't go to someone. I don't care if it's the worst company in the world. They're private citizens. Deserve privacy. It's their right. You want privacy, they want privacy. When I saw that whole thing about Ballone and everybody got up in arms, and then I got the apology email walking it back from the group response. Oh, we're sorry. Somebody got a little ahead of themselves. Yes. So when we come up with these ideas, right, and think these are great, just remember, let it play out. It's not just show up somewhere and have a good time. There are a lot of things that go into this, and you got to remember to play it right. Again, young kids in the house. Maybe someone didn't know that. But you don't want to be the reason why that young kid is crying for the next 3 days because someone screamed F Steve Ballone and they heard someone being mean to dad. It's not nice.
There's a reason why it takes us 10 days, why we promote things 10 days in advance.
Right.
Because, these things are well thought out. You can't schedule. And look, all it takes is one person to go over the line.
That's it. You've seen it. I mean, look what happened everywhere. You've seen this. You got one person.
It takes one person to jump mob mentality. And, then don't put yourself in a position to do something that you'll regret.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, like I said.
And I'm happy nobody went. I'm happy they called that off and backed away. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of this that happens. I love the fact that everyone wants to take action. But some of that action is sometimes the decisions and everything is a little too hasty. We got to do this big. I get it. But yes, we can do big, but we can't do big in 24 hours. We need more time. We got to think it out. Make sure that it's the right thing to do. We don't want to be them. We're not. Remember, we rally people. We don't harass. Okay, it's protesting. It's a little different. We demonstrate. We're not the left. We don't endorse political violence. We don't imply that we're going to be violent, and we don't harass people. And we're not there to doing anything that could possibly be harmful to young kids. Ever. So I'm happy that nobody went. I'm happy that was called back and kind of canceled. And I just wanted to clear up because I know a lot of people were saying that was SOS, and I can confirm 100% that had nothing to do with SOS. I spoke to a lot of people. I found out who was responsible for it. Thankfully, nothing happened. So it's all good, but I wanted to clear that up, and now we've hit 8 o'clock. So,
All right, guys, we've hit 8 o'clock. Make sure you hit that follow button on Facebook, like and subscribe on YouTube. Head over to the Twitter, LILoudMajority.com. Check us out on Getter, baby, The Loud Majority, where you can say anything you want, because if you can, I'm going to yell at Gavin.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check us out over on Getter, the new Twitter, The Loud Majority. Sign up at loudmajorityus.com. Wow, I'm really getting
Vanna.
good. I'm really getting
you
good
really
at
are
this.
getting good at this, Vanna.
I'm really getting good at this. Loudmajorityus.com, so you never miss anything that we're up to. Like I said, guys, the green hoodies, I know people like them. We got like 9 of them left. If you want them, grab them now. They'll probably be gone today. Pick them up. That way you can say you've got the limited edition.
That's right.
The limited edition. Plus, the sooner those all sell, the sooner Heather gets to yell at me.
That's right.
Which she will love very, very much.
That's right.
So if you guys want to make Heather's day, pick up a green hoodie, wear it so that she can yell at me, and I'll take the scolding.
That's fine. We'll take the scolding. And then, Chad, I need you to help me out. The 4 words. Let's go. Gear it up. Flash it up. Get it going.
One more.
We are really excited.
One more, guys. Don't forget Trump rally on
yes.
the 15th at the America First Warehouse, 7 p.m. America First Warehouse, 90 13th Avenue, Ronkonkoma. Come on down and hang out with some like-minded people. Watch that Trump rally. That's on the 15th, 7 p.m. America First Warehouse.
That's
Check
right.
it out.
And in the face of these tyrannical mandates and government overreach and all of these rules that don't make sense, in the face of people losing their jobs and bare shelves, right? In the face of all of that, we repeat these 4 words over and over and over again until the people in power get it. Or get the hell out of our way. And those 4 words are, I see it in the chat, you guys are beautiful, fantastic, highly respected. I love it. And if we do not consent, we will not comply. Thank you. God bless you. God bless America. And stay loud.